Before hip hop dominated the charts, before disco ruled the dance floors, before funk became the backbone of modern music, there was a band that did it all. There was the architects of rhythm, the innovators of groove that would later inspire some of the biggest names in funk, disco, and hip hop. And yet, few people even know their names. This group, from Brooklyn streets to worldwide influence, crafted beats that could make you move, think, and feel all at the same time. With hits like Do the Bus Stop, Backstroking, and Keep on Stepping. They didn't just make music, they created the soundtrack of a generation. This is the story of a band that changed the game in ways you've been dancing to, even if you didn't know it. The centerpiece of today's video is all about the Fatback Band. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. In the heart of Brooklyn, New York, during the early 70s, a new sound was emerging. A sound that would bridge funk, disco, and the future of hip hop. At the center of it all was a group of young musicians determined to make people move, no matter what the charts said. Led by drummer and visionary Bill Curtis, the Fatback Band started as a casual section group, playing at local parties, small clubs, and even weddings. But what made them different wasn't just their technical skill, it was their groove. They didn't just play funk, they lived it. Each beat was crafted to move the body, ignite the soul, and bring people together. In 1975, the band released their first hit, Keep on Dancing, a track that began to turn heads and get the feet moving. Soon, their grooves became the pulse of Brooklyn's underground scene. From funky horns to the deep bass lines, the Fatback Band was more than music. There was a bridge connecting gospel, funk, and the emerging beat culture that would later become hip-hop. And though they wasn't always topping the mainstream charts, their influence was spreading silently, shaping the sound of dance floors, clubs, and eventually the next generation of artists. This was only the beginning. The Fatback Band was about to take the world by storm, one groove at a time. By the late 70s, the band wasn't just playing at local parties anymore. They was defining a sound of a generation. The world was in the grip of disco fever, but the band, they brought something different. Funk that can make you dance and feel every beat in your soul. With songs like Backstroking, there wasn't just hits, there was movements. From the Brooklyn clubs to New York City's hottest dance floors, people, they couldn't resist the groove. And while disco dominated the mainstream charts, the band, they stayed true to their roots. Their funk-infused beats became the foundation for early hip-hop. The drum patterns, the breaks, and the grooves was later sampled by artists who changed music forever. The band's influence stretched far beyond their own hits. From the Sugar Hill Gang to Run DMC, hip-hop, that was born in the essence of their rhythm, a testament to their timeless grooves. By the early 80s, the band had achieved something remarkable. They had created a sound that could cross genres, generations, and continents. Funk, disco, and early hip-hop all fell at their touch. And though their name wasn't always in the lights, their music lived everywhere. But even as disco faded and new musical eras emerged, the band's grooves remained eternal. Their story isn't just about hits and charts. It's about a cultural legacy that continues to inspire people decades later. The band proved that true funk doesn't fade. It adapts, it inspires, and it keeps the world on its feet. The band may have started on the Brooklyn streets, but their music traveled far beyond those city blocks. Their grooves didn't just get people dancing, they became the DNA of modern music. Hip hop producers discovered their magic in their beats. A snare here, a bass line here and there, and suddenly the band was everywhere. From disco's golden age to the sound of today, their influence echoes through every horn riff, slap bass, and funky drum break. And it's not just music, it's their energy, their movement, and their culture. The Fatback Band didn't just make hits, they created a blueprint for generations of musicians to follow. Even today, decades later, the band still performs, reminding us that funk is timeless and disco truly never dies. And the groove never stops. Every time you hear that bass line that make your body move, every time you hear a beat that makes you feel alive, you're hearing the legacy of the Fatback Band. Now, for some strange reason, YouTube is only promoting my videos to 20% of my audience. So, to change that, just make sure you guys are notified. When you click that notification bell, make sure the bell says all instead of personalized so you will be notified each time I upload. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by the Fatback Band?